we thought things couldn't get any worse for Larsa, streets are saying that her relationship with Marcus is over after she was just named in a disturbing lawsuit along with her ex-husband Scotty and his brother. This was revealed in an explosive $1 million lawsuit where the woman detailed the way Larsa and Scotty left her feeling broken and traumatized. Now, if you remember, Marcus dumped Larsa a few weeks ago after his father, Michael Jordan, cut him off financially for still dating Larsa, despite his disapproval of the relationship. However, he turned around again just a few weeks later and went back for her again. Well, word on the street is that he just dumped her again, and he is done with her for good this time around because her being involved in the SA of another woman is something he cannot overlook. Child, things are not looking good for her. It looks like her dream to be a part of the Jordan family is not happening. It's no secret that Larsa and Marcus have been causing a stir online these past few months for all the wrong reasons. People have been dragging Marcus for filth because he's dating Larsa, who is 16 years older than him. And as if that wasn't bad enough, Larsa also happens to be the ex-wife of none other than Scotty, who also happens to be the biggest rival of Marcus's dad, Michael Jordan. But it gets even messier because Larsa and Scotty are now getting sued for a jaw-dropping $250 million from Scotty's side chick, Chevette Valentine. Chevette claims in her lawsuit that she was in a relationship with Scotty from 1987 to 1993, but the relationship ended after she was SA'd by Scotty and his brother Carl. This led to her having a son called Devontae. Unfortunately, Devontae passed away back in 2011. Scotty was aware of Devontae's existence when he was still alive, but he refused to acknowledge him till the boy passed away. As if that wasn't bad enough, Chevette also said that after Devontae died, Scotty used his money and connections to silence her by stalking her and tormenting her, which she says caused her severe mental and emotional issues. Now, even though Larsa wasn't married to Scotty around the time when the incident happened, she became aware of the situation after marrying Scotty. Now, you would think that she would advocate for Chevette after learning about what Scotty has put her through, but in typical Larsa fashion, she didn't care and actually joined Scotty in trying to silence Chevette because she knew that if these allegations came out, it would ruin his career, which would mean less money will be coming in for her to live the lavish life she was used to. Larsa and Scotty actually got married in 1997. A lot of people were really disgusted by this and started dragging Larsa to filth for joining Scotty to mistreat an innocent woman. I mean, people were already side-eyeing her because of the fact that she has no problem dating Marcus, even though he is 16 years younger than her, but her being accused of something so serious takes things to a whole different level. It's like she just can't help but get herself tangled up in some BS every time. Their relationship received a lot of backlash from both the general public and several former NBA players who were around when Larsa was still married to Scotty. For example, Jalen Rose expressed his disgust when he said Larsa Pippen should see Marcus Jordan as more of a nephew than a mate.
This is why we do the podcast exclusives, so we can discuss things like Larsa Pippen. Because at first, do you know what? Everyone thinks that Scotty's so upset about Michael Jordan and what happened with him in the Bulls. But now I think there might be more to that because there are rumors and there's pictures that she is now, I'll say, hanging out with Michael Jeffrey Jordan's son, Marcus. And you don't need me to explain to you the history between Scotty and...
But the best thing I can say for her is she should see him as more of a nephew than a mate.
TK Kirkland also said he didn't think they were good for each other and that Marcus is better off dating someone else.
I don't like her way of thinking. Her way of thinking is hard because she is a mother, right? And she moves carelessly.
But even though everyone was not here for this relationship, Larsa was trying to convince the world that they were happy and that Michael was in support of her dating his son.
Michael Jordan and Juanita Jordan, and what did they say about the relationship?
You know, I don't really, I mean, of course, I recently have met, I've recently been hanging out with them, but I don't really want to talk about them. I feel like it's not about, my parents or his parents, they're all happy, our whole family's fine. I feel like it's more about like where I am, where he is. I feel like we're in a great place. We motivate each other. We're really happy being together. And I feel like that's the most important thing.
Their blessing.
Yeah, I feel like we're great. Yeah, I feel like we've spent holidays together. And
however, when Michael was asked if he was in support of the relationship, he actually said no.
Michael Jordan was out in France and he's leaving, he's headed to his car, and somebody screams to him, "Michael, do you approve of your son Marcus dating Larsa Pippen?" And kept short and sweet.
This was super embarrassing for both Marcus and Larsa, but especially Larsa, since she was the one lying out of her mouth that Michael was in support of their relationship. After this public embarrassment, Larsa and Marcus went low-key with their relationship a little bit, before eventually sparking breakup rumors when Larsa unfollowed Marcus on IG and deleted all posts of him on her page. She said, "The man you choose to be your partner affects everything in your life. Your mental health, your peace of mind, your love inside you, your happiness, how you get through tragedies, your successes, how your children will be raised, and much more. Choose wisely." This breakup wasn't really surprising to a lot of people, considering the fact that Marcus's whole family made it clear they had no plans of accepting Larsa. Some people even said Marcus dumped Larsa because Michael cut him off financially after he decided to keep dating Larsa, despite him being against the relationship. Back in 2022, Radar Online reported that Marcus had been sued by American Express for defaulting on a $157,000 debt on his credit card. Apparently, he and American Express had reached an agreement for him to pay off the debt in installment by paying $10,000 every month, and in exchange, they will drop the lawsuit. However, those $10,000 installment payments stopped coming through the moment he and Larsa made their relationship public. Allegedly, Michael was the one paying off the debts for Marcus, but he stopped paying as a form of punishment once Marcus decided to go against him and continue dating Larsa. A source close to the Jordan family said Marcus did not receive financial assistance from his billionaire father, who has cut his son off financially. He also does not approve of Marcus and Pippen's relationship. Now, this is where things get a little tricky, because just when we thought they were over, they sparked rumors of them being back together after they were spotted spending Valentine's Day together just 3 days after their breakup. Like, you cannot make this up. But now word on the street is that Marcus is now considering dumping her again for good after he heard about the lawsuit Chevette filed against her and Scotty. It was already bad enough that he was dating the ex-wife of his father's biggest op, but after finding out what she and Scotty did to Chevette, he is officially signing out and moving on from the relationship. Child, it's a mess, and it looks like Larsa's master plan to get married to Marcus and sneak her way into the Jordan family is not going to happen. And allegedly, Larsa has been losing her marbles over this because she thought she had hit the jackpot, but it's all coming crashing down for her. As usual, people had their own thoughts about this, like this person who said Larsa should be mad at herself for underestimating Michael Jordan. Marcus's father is definitely not a foolish man. He's very much aware of what Larsa's intentions were. He witnessed what she did to Scotty, knowing what she was preparing for with his son, and stopped her. Michael showed Larsa his actions would speak louder than words and be heard. Another person said, she is just gross. Why is she with him? She should be with his father. She is nothing but trouble. He needs someone his age he can have children with, not a granny. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about Marcus dumping Larsa for being involved in the lawsuit? And do you think he is really done with her for good this time around?
Okay, y'all, so for years, Larsa Pippen has found a way to keep herself looking down on my television, showing up with new lips, new face, and a new man every time I turn around. So let's start from the top. So it's not even the 16-year age difference or gap, because that's what it is with the Drea Michelle, her situation, having a baby with that young basketball player. Like, people are upset about that, but like, it makes sense to me because people really lit a fire under Marcus Houston's ass about him marrying. That was like, I think that was like a 19-year age difference, and he married like a 19-year-old, and he's 41. I don't know, but it's not even that. Forget that. What it is it's really like the audacity of them both to be so inconsiderate to their families on a level that like is so bizarre. You would think they did something wrong to them, the way that they're just like, oh, screw it, like. But what it really is it's a selfishness. It's a narcissism. It's a, oh, look at me now, I'm being talked about. I found something to be relevant about, and they don't care how much or who it hurts. He's not even taking into consideration his dad and his relationship with his friends and the things that he's been through. She's not taking into consideration her ex-husband and her children. Like when she sat there in that previous clip you guys just watched and said, oh, my Marcus's mom and dad are fine with it. My mom and dad are fine with it. Larsa, nobody is worried about what your mom and dad think about this relationship. You are way, way past that, baby girl. You are not his age. Like, that showed a level of delusion, if y'all caught that, because nobody's asking about what your parents think. Your parents are living their golden years. Okay, they don't know what's going on. Like, they're not worried about that. We know that. We're worried about what your current ex-husband who still pays you with his, you still get some of his pension, you still get child support, you still get alimony, and you are still frolicking around with these different basketball players. We care about your adult children. Your son, when he was coming up in college, after you did what you did with Future while you were still with Scottie Pippen, which ended up humiliating that man. And Future did that just to get back at him. So you out here being messy and being selfish, and whole time, like, it's really just to humiliate Scottie. So every time her son would go and play at an away game in college, they would play a Future song. They would play Future back to back to back just to irritate him, you know, based off of what his mother did. So now he's gotten drafted into the Lakers, which is great. However, he is playing with a teammate named Malik Beasley. Malik Beasley dated Larsa. That was another basketball player that she was caught with or was dating or linked to, and now he's on the same team as this man. He's 22 and that guy's 26. So she can date whoever she wants in the world. You know what I mean? Like, and then let's not act like Larsa and Scottie Pippen were not double dating with Michael Jordan and his wife, like for a few years. So you were there while your kids were growing up through college and through high school and through college and coming up into adulthood and getting into the NBA. So was his children. So you saw and you knew about, you can't tell me you didn't have discussions and private conversations about the family. What else were you guys talking about? What else do you have in common? Your athlete, your basketball, your wife, and your family. So I don't buy all that. She didn't know anything about him and they met at the club. Like, that's bizarre. And why are you still at the club? I mean, whatever. So she just lies. She just continues to make up these stories to try to convince, I don't know, herself and I guess everybody else that she's this grandiose person who's just, you know, not doing anything wrong. And she's just so young and innocent here too, as she continues to get her lips bigger and bigger. I asked Larsa the other day, what is the end game on the lips? And she blocked me. But yeah, so she reminds me of early Kim K, like when she was faking her complete personality, and every time that Kim Zolciak would like lie about something on the reunion and get caught. So like Larsa, when she said that whole thing about, oh, me and Scottie, we used to have sex 4 times a night every single night. And they're like, oh, she just means she can. She's like, no, I never got a break for 20 years. So like she does this thing where she oversells, over lies, because she's trying to be like, she's not even thinking before she just says the things that come out of her mouth. That's how much she's used to lying. And so like when people call her out on it, instead of being like, oh, well, you know, maybe not 4, like 2, whatever, she leans into it because now she's got to back it up because she's been standing on it for so long. So then when somebody says, oh, so Marcus must be nothing compared to that, you know, something along those lines. And she's like, oh, no, we do it 5 times a night. Oh, please. Like, okay. Like, I think her name is Gertie said, nobody believes you, which she did that woman so dirty. And I'm gonna show y'all a clip of that. But first, I kind of wanted to show you guys like what I mean by like Kim Zolciak getting caught in a lie. Like they have the same type of like lying pattern. Here's a clip.
And have you ever met his wife?
Never in person.
Never in person. She must watch the show.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she knows. I think that, actually, I'm only telling you what I've been told because there's always 2 sides to every story. And she's fully aware that it's a relationship where there's children involved, and she does his thing. And I mean, he's with me 5-6 days a week. Like, it's not like he comes to my house for an hour and leaves. He sleeps there, and on the weekends he's with me and the girls.
So he's with you 5 or 6 days a week, but you're also seeing other people.
No, he was. And then just about 6 weeks ago recently, I was like, this is not, I'm not going to do this anymore. And I just had to call up and say X, Y, and Z, and here I am.
Okay. Who here has met Big Papa?
They all know.
All of you. And now that you and Kim...
There's no money. There's no house. We're getting divorced one day and we're not the next. Okay. She's f***ing other men. What do you want?
Oops. Okay, sorry. One compulsive liar at a time. So back to this Gertie. So this is a lady from The Real Housewives of Miami, the show that she's currently on. and bought Marcus Jordan on, which was so disgusting. They should have never bought him on there. Like, I do not like his personality. He got on there and acted catty with them women, child. He sat up there and said, none of these women would even be able to wash our dishes if they, like, and she loved it. Larsa loved it. And like, that's why they get along. He's a Nepo baby. Because who even says anything like that? Like, that wasn't even a read. That's some weird privilege shit that came up in your head. And the whole time they had a little camera for every time he made a catty comment in the background, child. Disgusting. And she is entitled. Everything has just gone smoothly and gone her way for her, and she has no sympathy. She completely lacks sympathy. I think she has some sort of psychopathic, I'm not going to diagnose her, but something is there. Something is gone in her eyes, and she just does for herself. And like the way that she treated this woman when she talks about going through cancer, like it's so odd to me. So we're just going to take a look, and then we'll talk about it after.
Olive from Vicksburg, Mississippi said, Larsa, word to the wise. When someone reveals they have cancer, don't say, how was I supposed to know that? Followed by, how do you know? Why would that be your first response?
I've never been in a situation where the person sits down and argues with you for 30 minutes, where you're so confused, you're arguing back and forth. I didn't even remember half the conversation we had because we were arguing about her calling me the fakest.
Okay.
When I'm going through my worst, I'm in my zone of darkness. You could have said anything else. And I saw you as completely a different person. I'm like, this person is not my friend. It's malicious. Like, who's the fakest? I have cancer. Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
No one's comparing. I'm going to demand respect, and I want my timeline.
Okay. Well, when Larsa had loose lips about Gertie's diagnosis, their stormy friendship evolved into a Category 5 hurricane. Watch.
I think, Larsa, you need to offer a safer space for people to be able to be open.
Gertie, are you really doing this right now? Do you want me to start crying too? Do you want me to tell you everything that's going on in my life?
We're done.
What are you crying about?
Her personality, she's shown us time and time again that she's gonna lie, she's gonna make up things, she's gonna exaggerate. So after those women called her out on the lie about, oh, I slept with my husband this many times a night, and they're like, nobody believes it. And she's casually like, well, oh, I don't know, I guess maybe they're dry. And I'm not gonna lie, I was like, okay, that was a little read, they should have something to come back. But anyways, bitch, you the community pool. So like, who cares? What's the difference? Anyways, Larsa absolutely gets on my nerves, and she is an absolute nasty person. She has shown that time and time again. And I have a clip here that shows just like the lack again thereof of other people, of sympathy. How she treats her nannies, to me, is disgusting. This is your opportunity to show who you are as a housewife, and this is what you wanted to put out there? It's crazy to me.
I've always had trouble with my nannies. I'm just like super picky. After I hire these girls who are supposed to be amazing, as soon as they start, they're like lazy as hell. And I start giving them nicknames like Turtle, Snail.
How many people have you like tested out in the last?
I don't know.
Since January.
The one nanny that I hired said that she told me she liked pets. She was totally into pets. But she's scared of the bunny. She's like, I'm not doing all this. Yeah. Like, you said you like animals, right? She's like, yeah.
They say whatever you want them to say, and they get the job, and they hate everything.
Well, it's time for her to go bye-bye. Like, I have no problem.
I don't know. So I hope that this breakup this time really is true. I don't know if it is because his dad did cut him off financially for being with Larsa, or if he just really is waking up and realizing, like, this is not a move. It's looking really bad. Like, what are you doing? My friend asked me the other day, what does he do? I'm like, I don't know. He Marcus Jordan. So it was weird when she acted like her break off with the Kardashians, or her split with the Kardashians, was just like, oh, I don't know what happened. And then when she realized it was permanent, then it was, oh, I hooked up with Tristan first. And LA girls are just different like that. Like, girl, you shouldn't have been hooking up with nobody at the time. And here's a fun bonus clip to when Larsa Pippen was first on the show and met Marisol's mother. Rest in peace. She was such a very energetic and entertaining woman. She has kind of clairvoyant abilities. And so just take a look at the clip because she knew what she knew and what she said was what she said.
I kind of feel like people that look for psychics are like lost and they need someone to kind of guess what's going to happen to you. Like if you're a good looking girl, oh, you're going to end up with someone great. And if you're like a girl that's like ugly, they'll probably be like, oh, well, you're going to be, you know, really educated.
Marisol, you know I never met your mom?
Oh, you haven't?
Well, I want your mom, because I don't really believe in psychics, but I want your mom to like tell me something about me.
Well, she's not really psychic. She kind of gets like vibes, you know? Really?
Mom.
Meet Larsa.
Hi, this is Larsa. You haven't met her yet. Larsa.
Very nice to meet you, Larsa.
Nice to meet you too. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And yourself?
Good, thank you.
Here you go. Oh, thank you.
So you get vibes from people, right?
It's more than that.
It's more than that. Really? Your mom is deep, Marisol. She's scaring me. Wait, so what do you have to do to kind of like, what can you tell about me? Can you tell anything?
You're very worried about men.
I'm worried about what?
Men.
Men? No. Really? My kids.
Really? You're worried about men. Pero I can't talk now. Too many people here.
Really? She's feeling something. Might have to get the scoop.
She doesn't give me the scoop. You have to get it direct from the mouth.
I have 3 sons.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of boys in my life.
Yeah, but this is not a boy.
Plus a big husband.
Oh, really? This is not a boy.
One husband and 3. It's a big boy.
It's a man.
Oh. A father, a brother?
No. It won't. Maybe some other time we meet, and it will be, you know, I'll be able to tell you.
Hey, Larsa, nice to see you.
How are you?
How's everything?
Great, how are you?
Very well.
How's it going?
Very well, thank you.
Good.
Yeah, you guys are good. You need something to drink?
No, I'm getting tipsy waiting for Christy and Alexia.
I've never really gone to a psychic, but I'm assuming when you go to a psychic, they tell you like 2 things that are good about you. You've got great hair, you've got great spirit. You know, whatever. She's just crazy.
Nah, that lady ain't crazy. She said she's worried about all the men. Now we know she was worried about all the men. That lady was spot on. And you saw Larsa's face when she started to realize once it started to sink in. But anyways, thanks again, y'all. Continue to tune in, like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to be doing a cash giveaway once we get to 1,000 subscribers. So subscribe and be on the lookout. Bye.